thing we should ask is it cheddar or is it provolone? This nigga, man. God damn.
Bro, what the?
Give him cheese. Yeah, chat. This shit's crazy, man. This fucking shit is ridiculous.
Why is it doing that? Bro. Why is it doing this weird shit?
You want to record this? Yeah.
I can't even see the comments and
when
shit.
Vaughn died, Bonnie kind of just went into the crew with Dirk. Why? Because Dirk kind of fucked with him. Like, I guess he had a personality where, like, obviously you have your hood niggas and killers, they around, but like hood niggas and killers are usually stupid. Then you have this one guy, he's a little bit street smart. You know he's not a killer, but he knows enough that he could kind of help out and bounce around in positions. Right? I think I like. And then we're gonna feel this. Look, you see, you can tell Dirk is looking at him like, you know, like he kind of cares about his opinion. This is not just a random shooter. Now, if we look at Lil Dirk performance, there's a few performances that Dirk had after King Von died. I remember there's one with Muwap on like stage or whatever. I want to look if Bonnie was kind of around. I want to know when he kind of got in the picture. They said this was okay. Here we go. Let's look at this. They said this was it's got to be 2021, I believe. Yep, 2021. All right, so Vaughn is dead. Okay, we see Duty Low. Here's Muwap over here. Y'all see Muwap? This is Muwap, Duty Low. Is that ball stop over there? Well, I like that song, The Voice. I'm just kind of looking who was around him, y'all. His nerves. Tell me if you see Bonnie anywhere.
You know, I'm really shiesty, nigga.
Suspects.
You know, man.
Because Dirk
But
got locked
you
in
know, I'm really
2024. Must have,
shiesty.
like, over time got really close. Okay, let's go to Cool Kicks. He's at Cool Kicks. This is 4 years ago. This is 4 years ago.
Which league is this?
Dirk been dead 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
We got a legend in the building, man. We got Dirk Yo in the building.
By the way, this guy got locked up for fraud.
You're getting a look at the most famous building.
How you been?
He's at Didi. I see Didi in the
I'm
back.
not doing that. Who's shiesty? That's my dog. But Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty, nigga. But Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty. You would pop up out that cut pussy, nigga. I wish you would run, nigga. Oh, fuck.
I don't know if you got these already. These just came out. So I think I love these. This side. We got a bunch of shit. These two.
But that switch for.
I'm just looking at the people around him.
Who's shiesty? That my dog. But Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Okay, let's look at another video. Trying to see who Dirk was really rocking with, man.
Wait, they don't. Yeah, no, they ain't got what I would think they got.
Let's play this Trenches News. Hey, Trenches News, we need you, brother. Where you at?
All right, let's
You
get
want to
this
support
show
me?
on the road.
Go to
It is
Nene-Marie37.
first and 10.
But 800 likes on this video, I'm going live. All right, he ain't had no lawyer, and plus, you know, his daddy, they already knew that Dirk them lawyers. Anybody know that? He used the credit card and shit. Dirk them, that's his way out. Bonnie did it. So Bonnie saying Dirk did it. You hit me? I already knew that was gonna happen. But before we get to that, we're talking about OTF Jam. According to Marissa, which is Dirk's attorney, says the Jam been to the feds, talking to the feds 30 times, 3 involved in this case. And they saying that Jam is a killer, and you know, basically.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. Nigga was giving tips on 3. I mean, on 30 cases is kind of crazy.
And they did it on their own because they knew Vine just as well as Dirk. That's what I see.
Too shiesty, that my dog. But you know, I'm really shiesty.
It's like a camera, man. You can't beat it, man. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now we're gonna go to Flocka. Flocka was another shooter. Jam was co-conspirator too at that time. Flocka was never a co-conspirator. He was never a co-conspirator because he had flipped or whatever. But Flocka, he's a shooter, and he's gonna testify not for Dirk, but he's gonna testify for Didi, saying that Didi hired him. So that's what they using Flocka for. And whoever he ran into and talked to, then a lucrative deal.
Oh, so I could just look over there and see if anybody commented. I just had to look over there.
Backstage passes that Lil Durk contest called lucrative opportunity. So that's what he gonna talk about.
Too shiesty, that my
Bonnie,
dog.
man. I told y'all the story about Bonnie. Bonnie knew that they was gonna blame everything on him. Bonnie used the credit cards. He went to go and handle the business, man, after him and Lil Durk flew on that private jet. So you know what Bernie did? He talked to his daddy, man, and you could tell through the text messages that I put out that he talked to his daddy. He said, "You got everything under control, son?" He said, "Yeah, I'm trying to cop out to a 35, a 32 or whatever." And he said 5 to 7 years at the bottom of that. And he said he ain't trying to get no elbow like dude now. You hear me? So Bonnie already was ready. Bonnie don't have a record, so they can't attack too much of a record. But they saying that Bonnie was his personal assistant, and that Bonnie, he did it on his own. He was like basically some kind of Vine, and he did it. He stole Vine music. If I'm reading it right, they saying that he stole Vine music. Now my whole thing is, Lil Durk shouldn't be in this, period. If he stole Vine music, why is Lil Durk hanging with him? That's just like the same thing we said. And I need y'all to get in the comments and ask, because this real. Now the lawyers for Lil Durk saying that Vonnie was selling Vine music, basically like he was stealing it or some shit. So
they said that like, okay, so these guys, remember, Von dying now puts a lot of Von's right-hand people like, damn, how we gonna make money? Of course, Dirk started fucking with some of them, but now they gotta make ends meet, and some of them are kind of like doing some predatory shit in terms of trying to take advantage of the fact that maybe they had unreleased music of Von, and they're now trying to sell it or do other shit.
why was Lil Durk still with him? If Balo and them come out and the whole family come out and say, Bonnie cleared out Von's bank account, why is you still with him? You hear me? So that was weird on Lil Durk part, man. But Lil Durk and them, they saying that Bonnie is the mastermind. Bonnie had the more of a motive to do it, plus Von, his family. I've been told y'all all this. So when you ask me, why did you go to court? Shout out to the people in court, though. Shout out to them bloggers that's at court. Attorney Jasmine and the guy Don, he hit me up. I don't know his whole name, but shout out to Mel. Shout out to all them who at court, bro. For real, they putting on for YouTube. They giving us what we can't reach. So they giving us. But I told y'all this, man. They gonna blame Bonnie as the mastermind. I told y'all that shit 18 months ago. All of this, you know. So yeah, they just Bonnie did it, man. Dirk should have listened to me the whole time when I was telling them Bonnie did it, man. You hear me? But they saying the whole time the phone call don't book nothing in my name. According to Dirk lawyer, they saying that text that had nothing to do with the plane. They said that was for booking the shows, and he was saying don't.
Which, by the way, they might get away with that a bit. They might get away with that because, listen, it's frequent that celebrities might be like, yo, don't book the name, don't book the hotel room in my name. Why? You don't want people to be able to call there. Is Dirk Banks staying there? And then, they got to drop on Dirk. So a lot of times, there's a way to book hotels in fake name, right? Like, so they're going to have a name there, but that's not going to be the name. Okay? So maybe he was reminding his people, hey, book some shit where they can't identify that it's me. Now, obviously, when it says don't book no flights under my name, you could read into it a lot more, but you could be like, well, technically,
Yes, they did.
why would a flight be in your name? Right? Like, you all know flights, when you book someone, you can't even transfer flights. You can't be like, oh, no, it's not my name, someone else. When you book a flight for, I don't know, Michael Smith got to get on that plane, right? So, what's he talking about? The payment method. Don't book nothing under my name. Don't book nothing that's trackable and traceable to me paying for it. Don't book nothing where you got to put in my information to say I am the purchaser, or it's my company. Now, granted, they still booked it under OTF. They use an OTF credit card, but the credit card, even though Dirk owns OTF, it wasn't Dirk's credit card. It's an OTF credit card, but it was a credit card for co-conspirator 3. So, like, for example, the company Huge Academics, I could get business cards and give it to my employees, and they could buy things that ultimately I pay for, but it's going to be, the company pays for it, but it was purchased by this employee. So I think that's what they're kind of talking about, but they're trying to, like, spin it now to be like, oh, this was not about booking flights for the murder. This was booking maybe flights for my Airbnb, maybe this was some other shit, but he was trying to just make sure no one could identify that it was him booking stuff because of his privacy, not necessarily because he wanted to kill him.
No flights under my name. So they saying that the feds got that wrong. But look, their angle is to basically they blaming everything on his co-defense that they did it in their own mind, their own right, and everything. So we gonna see. Now that's gonna hurt Didi now. Because if you saying that Flocka, if you saying that Jam, if you saying that they did it on their own, and how did they get there? How did they get there? How did they know that Quando Rondo? See, they could talk a good game and make it seem like it's good, like they doing something good, but really they hurt Dirk. They hurt his co-defendants. His co-defendant saying Didi saying he wasn't there. So if you saying that Bonnie did it on his own, and Bonnie saying that Didi was in the car with me and we ain't hop out, we just trailed him, and Boogie, Jam, and Flocka and Brown ass, Boogie was driving, the other three hopped out, and they got down on Lil Pop and Quando Rondo and them killing Lil Pop. You hear me? So they trying to say everybody, all this shit was in play on their own, but they used their credit cards, man, doing this, man. So, we gonna watch this trial, man. We gonna see, look, their fans, they still got hope, even though they saying all these people. Now, it's weird that they saying.
Keep reminding y'all, they're saying Lil Durk credit cards. I really have a sneaky suspicion that it's not Lil Durk credit cards. It's a company card. Durk owns OTF. It's company cards that's owned, that's assigned to his employees, right? He assigns it to his employees. Now, here's the thing. The thing about when you deal with hood niggas and these niggas that want to be criminals, none of them got a credit card. None of them listen, I heard Charleston White say the same shit. Let me tell you this. I love my team, so no disrespect to them. If I show up to motherfucking a rental car lot and my car don't work, ain't no car. Nobody got nothing. It's a reality. Charleston White said the same thing. Nobody got nothing right now. So again, when I'm thinking about Dirk, and I think it's the same thing. These guys, Dirk says don't book it under my name. What they do, because they're not going to use, they don't have no regular credit card. The only credit card they got is what Dirk gave them, which is an OTF card that's in their name. But it's an OTF card. So they say, all right, man, we won't book it under the OTF card in your name. We'll book it under the OTF card in our name. Here's the thing. Dirk owns OTF. So it just comes back to that. What should have happened is that somebody, if y'all all get money with Dirk, y'all fork out y'all MasterCard, y'all fork out y'all American Express that don't connect to Dirk or your business. instantly, you know it's that type of situation. Well, you know what they did?
Here's Jones.
They thought they were being slick. Oh, I'm using the OTF card, but it's the OTF card that's assigned to me. Well, here's the thing, dummy. The bill is paid by one guy. No matter 10 people got a card, it goes to one account. And that account is paid by usually the person who's the owner of the account, which is Dirk. So thank you. Even if you book the thing, it's still you booking in Dirk's name. According to how the feds will say.
And then they had 35 people, which we know 15 of them was like ambulance, first responders, forensics, all that. Then 20 is some staff of witnesses, right? And they only saying 3. So I guess they not gonna put out the paper. They not gonna put out the names. They not gonna drop the names in the paperwork. They just gonna out them during court. Or they might put the names in the paperwork, tonight. Or they might, I don't know how they doing it, man. But they doing everything different. But that's Dirk's fight right now. Dirk is blaming everything on Bonnie. Bonnie is the mastermind. I told y'all that. Get in the comments, man. If you remember me saying Bonnie did it. Hey, look. Hey, look, I appreciate everybody who support me, man. Everybody who rock out with me, bro. And
I want to give credit again. I think of anybody who's spoken on this topic, Trenches News has gotten the majority of what at that time we thought was speculation. He's gotten spot on for over 2 years. Whether he got it from listening to guys on the ground or he just put it together, he's done a phenomenal job. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a bit shocked at everything he done said. So right, like everything he said was right. By the way, him and you know who? You know who else? FBG Butter.
All right, time to get this
FBG Butter.
The Patriots set up
He put this shit. This is before Dirk even got charged. He was doing interviews and dropping heavy hints to say,
from the red zone now.
why is Dirk not charged? He's like, remember when the O Block 6 got caught? He said, yo, they're wrong about people ran up in their house and caught them. They got caught, the O Block 6, they got caught at a private jet hangar. Vaughn is dead. They got caught at a private jet hangar. Who could put these guys in a private jet? How come everything is happening? But listen to me. I'm gonna speed up a little bit.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. I like that.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why I've been leaning on FBG Butter, FBG Butter and Trenches News. I'm not saying Butter's a cooperator, is he? I don't think he is. Trenches News did cooperate with the government and whatever, but like their insight on shit, I don't know if the government told them some shit, but these niggas be knowing. Listen to this.
You know, I mean, I've always said it. I didn't get to hang out with him like that, but I did interview him twice, and he seemed like a good dude.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, man.
The Doc one, I took the Doc one, a motherfucker that you put 250K on. Sorry. Or 100K. Doc, he won the killer game. Who putting that much money on a motherfucker who ain't never killed nobody, gang? But in real life, though, when you drop these jewels, it wasn't about the kill. It wasn't about the street show. Duck for Duck. With Duck. Duck was a fucking threat, gang, with the music. For real, for real. Now, listen to this. Duck's getting ready to get signed with Rap a Lot, right? Jay Prince coming to get ready to sign Duck.
Okay.
He get ready to take Duck out the Sony deal because he telling Duck, showing Duck, oh man, this deal, they got you on a fucked up deal, shorty. I'm finna get you out this fucked up deal and give you a bigger bag.
60 for his NFL career.
On 2nd grade, and they knew. If that boy got that money, a lot of shit was gonna change. If that boy got that real key to the industry.
So he's talking about Dirk here. All right, watch me talk about Dirk.
Group chats. I'm gonna say, but motherfuckers ain't talking about how they people. They the motherfuckers when they locking the gates for David, opening the gates, whatever they doing for King David upstairs, right? Them is the motherfuckers who came and got out on them boys for real. Them is the motherfuckers who gave them boys text messages, group chats. They people. Nah, not my side. My side, how the fuck we gonna get our hands on these type of information?
Running out of the gun with Washington.
Right? Everybody arrest video coming out from when they got arrested for this Duck case.
Are you fucking serious?
Have y'all saw the blue walk with Seabirds on the jail in County? Because everybody else involved in that case, arrest footage is on camera. No bullshit. Y'all ain't seen Luke Watson see murders, have y'all? Y'all wanna know why?
Why is that?
Because they got locked up with the fucking informant himself. On Tuga, son. They got locked.
Very interesting. So he, at the time, so remember, there's been two big federal indictments. One that came out in Old Block 6, that was the death of FBG Duck at the Gold Coast in Chicago, which is the downtown area. They killed someone, or they killed Duck while he was shopping at a high-end luxurious clothing store, which I think is Dolce & Gabbana.
Now Mendoza.
The feds got involved immediately. They indicted 6 people. It was alleged that Vaughn was going to get indicted on similar charges of some murder for hire shit, except Vaughn died. Okay? There was rumors that it was not only Vaughn, but Dirk, but they didn't really connect Dirk too much. Vaughn is out the way. And what happens is, according to FBG Dub, FBG Butter, he's saying the feds been starting to crack people, been trying to flip people, and starting to get cooperants and informants. And that's how they were built. Like, since Vaughn is dead, they said Vaughn was going to be locked up. But since Vaughn is dead, they start working their way to Dirk. Okay? Hear how he puts it together. And he's a little bit conspiratorial, but can't lie. Like, he's kind of making a little sense in hindsight.
They ain't showing Blue Wop shit. Or see murders happen. Have y'all saw Blue Wop and see murder go to jail on camera yet? Because everybody else involved in that case, arrest footage is on camera. No bullshit. Y'all ain't seen Blue Wop and see murders, have y'all? Y'all wanna know why?
Why is that?
Because they got locked up with the fucking informant himself. On Tuga, son. They got locked up with the FBI biggest informant, gang. Think about it. They got snatched off the fucking, they got snatched off a private jet. Dude, them niggas ain't even had no real good ass lawyers. How the fuck you think they paying for a private jet, gang?
Well, right
Vaughn
after
did. Vaughn did.
Vaughn had what?
Vaughn is dead, right?
Okay. Well,
How the fuck is these niggas paying for a jet?
at the time, yeah.
Who the fuck got a jet fueled up and got these boys flew to Chicago in 5 hours? Who got money to do that? They ain't got no jet money, gang.
I don't got jet money.
Come on, bro. Them boys got snatched at the airport on a private hangar.
And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit
Come on,
short.
bro. Stop playing. Think about it. They call Dirk, hey, you get them fucking guys here, we gonna come get you with them.
So, obviously, in his original story, he thinks Dirk was telling, but he was saying it was just interesting that the Old Block guys get locked up on a private jet, and a jet that most likely Dirk paid for. Okay?
Starting on the ground with Henderson.
Just like the evidence they had on Shreve and they had on Dirk too. That you just paid to get your fucking brother killed. How you not in jail?
No, not his brother killed.
Even though, shuffling around here in the playbook.
I think FBG kind of goes into like this theory that Dirk wanted Vaughn killed was his cat.
Second down. Henderson gets it.
We ain't talking about this shit. This shit just ain't happening in our face, huh?
Before getting brought down.
Guess what, bitch? Buzz Bunny back again.
Sets up 3rd and 4.
The rabbit got the gun, and I know what I'm doing with this bitch, bro. Y'all quit. No, seriously though. This is a real fact, though. Really think about this. Who the fuck you know? Name get brought up, and with actual proven facts that you paid me some money to go kill a motherfucker.
Chance to move the
And I
chains here on
done killed the
3rd and
wrong motherfucker too. You didn't.
Okay, so now he's corrected it. So he's actually talking about the D-Thing murder, where it was now already coming out. Look, this was a year ago, 2024. Remember, in 2023, they cast the guys who killed Stephon Mack. And in those paperwork, remember, the whole hood was like Stephon Mack got clapped because D-Thing died. You had Dirk who was rapping about it, about him getting clapped as well. So the whole hood know that nigga dying is because of D-Thing. When the feds indict them and the paperwork comes out, it actually says
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain.
individual A gave them money. So Butter is actually accurate here. He's actually looking at it, he's like, so you're telling me Dirk is already being accused by the feds of paying people to kill people, and
fuck you know, name get brought up and with actual proven facts that you done paid me some money to go kill a motherfucker. And I done killed the wrong motherfucker too. You didn't pay me to kill. I done killed the wrong motherfucker for me to turn around and go kill a right motherfucker though. But you,
So there was rumors that after Dean Thing died, Dirk authorized a few killings, and not all the first, like one of the killings was
We've seen a lot of this today. He's in again.
one of the killings.
Mike Washington. A hat trick for him in this first.
One of the killings was not related to the actual murder, so they got the wrong guy.
So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record book.
So they got the wrong guy.
That one splits the uprights, and that adds yet another to their lead.
All right, give me 1 second. We might have something. Might have something. Give me 1 second.
The Raiders kicking team is out there,
Okay.
and they boot this away.
All right. Chat.
On the return, here's Jones. He's got a lead past the 30.
Chat.
An excellent effort there, sets him up almost at midfield.
Would he get
You're not gonna get a better breakdown of this shit other than here.
Boost to an offense. This is about showing
You're not gonna get a better breakdown of this shit other than here. And when we show up to the trial, we breaking the neck. I'm sorry. We breaking the neck. I'm sorry.
Good field position for the Patriots.
This is just day one on a humble. We got 29,000 people, almost 30,000 people in the building. We're covering this shit daily. So if you're on the East Coast, daily around noon, get your ass on here. We gonna be live. If you're on the West Coast, 9 o'clock, tune in. Chat, do y'all want, we have a possible guest.
Really imperative this quarterback.
Do y'all want Mama Duck in the building? Mama Duck is around. I've never spoke to her before.
They come up on second and
We
10.
all have to acknowledge the interconnectivity that's with all these situations.
Back to the air. It's May.
Okay? From
Contact on the throw, and
the murder of FBG
grounds.
Duck.
It is
2
incomplete.
months later,
That sets up
King
third
Von
down.
gets killed.
Fairly safe to say
It's a lot of
all
people who
incomplete
died
this first half
afterwards.
so far.
Mama Duck was also very outspoken when it was about the O Block 6. She's recently spoken about Dirk. Remember when she actually publicly scolded Dirk?
Third and long. They're going to throw.
She publicly scolded Dirk about keeping
Oh, this is ugly early.
her son's name in his mouth.
Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Raiders are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
And Dirk responded on a song.
Now he wanna get high as fuck. He about to get high like Duck. Dirk. Dirk hurt cause T-Roy gone. He hurt. T-Roy. Well, you better take that shit who made the V-Roy gone. Not my motherfucking son. Cause he ain't do it. Remember they had a song together. Remember they had they differences. Motherfuckers study one for the industry. This is proof. Y'all really showing. Y'all rich out mentioning my motherfucking son. Y'all rich out mentioning Tuka. Show your crowd. Do something else besides this and music.
Got him 3.
Show motherfuckers that you really could go pop. Like my son was trying to do. He was trying to cross over.
Okay, we're gonna come back to this in a second. Shout out to my man Bradford Cohen. Bradford Cohen, you know we need you soon. Maybe not today, but we're gonna need you eventually. Bradford Cohen is chiming in. Everyone's trying to switch the narrative. They're calling Dirk a rat. He has done a video on this. Is Dirk a snitch? Remember, I said, in my opinion, this was called a alternative. This is a alternative narrative defense, which means whatever the prosecutor is claiming you did, you're saying the facts and the evidence that they got could match someone else. Now, in the streets, some people believe that if you even implicate, if you bring up someone else's name, even if it's to say, oh, they could have done it too, that's snitching. Let's hear it from a lawyer, a highly reputed defense lawyer, Bradford Cohen out of Florida. Listen to what he says.
Okay, let's talk about Little Dirk update. Here's what's interesting about this case is the headlines today are Dirk snitches on Bonnie, which me personally, I'm sure there's a lot of snitch experts out there. I've been doing this for 30 years, so I think I know a snitch or two. Did you like that, Jackson? Snitch around and find out. Long story short is, what they're saying is Dirk is essentially blaming everything on Bonnie. He's essentially snitching on the snitch, which to me doesn't make any sense. This guy Bonnie went in, I guess he was Dirk's right-hand man. He went in and spilled his guts, said that he bought tickets, he drove around with these guys, took pictures with them, showed them where to go, bought the guns, all these other allegations that he admitted to. He says, but Dirk made me do it. And Dirk at trial is saying, hey, I don't know what this guy's talking about. He takes the blame for all this stuff because rightfully so, that's what he did. I didn't have anything to do
I thought
with
he was gonna get blocked, the nigga in the
I
middle.
didn't tell him to do that. That was none of my business what was going on with this guy, Vonnie. That's what he's saying. So in my book, that's not a snitch. But like I said, there's going to be experts out there, non-lawyers, jailhouse lawyers, all these guys.
Here we go. Remo.
Patriots kick team out there as they send it away.
Okay.
From his own end zone, here we
Hello.
go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The college team gets to
I
it.
can hear you. I haven't heard her yet. Mama Doug, this is Academics here.
Oh
we're on a
shit,
live
they
stream.
call Mama Doug? Oh my
I'm
god.
glad that you asked some time to call in. I appreciate you.
Offense to the line.
I'm
Here we
good.
go.
I wanted to, and I thought it was very important. You know, I think this is one of the biggest, obvious cases that's come from Chicago. It's very consequential, but we need everybody's opinion, especially the people who lived it, the people who have, seen and, experienced some of the best or the worst from, all of this situation. And to me, it was important to have you on.
On the run.
I just want to start out by just asking you, Lil Durk currently on trial for the murder of someone that's not from Chicago. His name is Lil Pop. However, we all know Lil Durk's history with Chicago. Notably, he has a song dissing your son called "Should Have Ducked." Right? There's been a lot of back and forth from even his former friend that passed away, King Von, and everything. When you see this type of trial happening now, even though it's not connected directly to your son or connected directly to a situation dealing with your son, what's your overall thoughts? I see.
Bruh, you can't block, nigga. Little bitch ass nigga can't block.
No, I know.
Nothing. No time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a dot, nigga. It fit right in that bitch. It fit right up in there. That was crazy.
Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Third and long for him here. First down.
Okay.
Give right side, Washington. And the cut back in the middle is the right call. That is 8 yards on the carry. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 runs. Just continuing to grind them down, Brock. That is exactly what you want to do with a lead like this in the second half. You want long, sustained drives.
Because it really serves two
This might be a tough question. This might be a tough question to ask you because I just obviously it's your son. And, like the things we're hearing Dirk being accused of, just respectfully, but I do want to ask you straight up.
They look set now. Here we go. First and
Are you trying to say that your son has never been accused of,
putting hits on people, getting people killed.
Handoff
Because
running
I
left.
think that's where they
Washington.
might look at you and be like, hey, you're being a little bit hypocritical.
We might be close
Your
to
son
the
was
20
an
drive, and that play gives them a first and goal.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense because with a lead, the run game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. This is Washington. And he barrels across for the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try to bring down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, Bobby.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those forces.
Well,
If I'm paying
Charles over two.
Wait, why do you say allegedly? We saw the trial,
And he'll
and I
decide
saw
to
you
pass on the
comments on the
return
side.
here and take
There was
the
conviction.
touchback
Well,
instead.
why do you say that?
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for first and 10.
Wouldn't that been a reason for that boy to just crash out?
Yeah.
Academic, come on now. Let's be real.
Henderson here.
Damn. That nigga got pancaked, didn't he?
8-yard run there.
What the fuck? What the f-
drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Okay. And my condolences goes out to Lil Pab's family. Like, what about them? What was Lil Pab in that one?
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2.
This the type of audience that you that is actually a bunch of right? White people, what if this was in nation?
Escapes the pocket. He takes it
So
outside.
let me give you a perspective.
Oh, that nigga fumbled? I don't know if he fumbled. I don't know if he fumbled.
So they would say.
I don't know if we made that nigga fumble.
Well, here's the issue.
Guys, they will tell you
Mama Duck is acting like her son was a saint, and that he didn't contribute to some of the violence, whether hyping it up. He was super involved, even if maybe he didn't.
Here's the air. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get
Oh, that was me.
They go play action. Here's May. And they're just going to win this round. They get to it. And it's Quay Walker. And that makes it second and 19 to go.
You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Throwing on second. May. Setting up the screen. Here's Henderson. Now over that screen block. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it in his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
What's your, I remember watching, obviously, went through and seeing how the trial ended for the O-Block suits, right? And
Why it made it sound like my phone was dying?
I felt like he wanted justice. Not
I don't get that.
Overall illness of the day.
when you see what's happening to Lil Durk right
Has it
now,
at the 13.
obviously it's not directly connected to one of your sons in terms of the charges, but clearly there's a history there. What's your true understanding or demeanor or feelings towards
I don't have no feelings towards you.
Do you want him to
I
be
feel the
innocent?
same way he felt about my son and me. Did he care about my
Raiders
feelings?
just about ready for this one. It's first and 10.
It ain't like my son had nothing to do with mine or anything.
Running right. Here's
So
Washington.
why should we have
And
had
he manages 6 yards to begin this one. They got second and 4.
like this, but I'm
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is second and 4. Inside give to Washington. He's going to be taken down. Gain of about 14 on the play. And that is good for a Raiders first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10.
But guess what? We ain't gonna know about it because they had some nobody, some 9 to 5. Just like Big Nasty.
Let me ask you, because you've been in the position where like Lil Pop's
And
mom and my their families been showing up to court. How was it for you? You know, you were the first person that actually told the internet, like, hey, listen, the police told me that they're nearing arrest, and we saw that was true. How did you go through it with dealing with the pain, the loss? You know, you've lost other children as well, but how did you go through that? And you know, did maybe the verdict, knowing that those guys, you know, they're subsequently not going to come home, did that make it a little bit better? We just saw, I don't know if you saw Gilly's video, but Gilly's video addressed parents who lost children, and you know, for him, you can tell he's broken over it. How have you taken that? Did you feel a little bit of justice? Like, fuck them niggas, like they're not gonna come back, or what? What do you think?
I don't feel sorry for neither one of them motherfuckers who was brave enough to go downtown and shoot somebody in broad daylight. Just like I don't give a fuck about nobody who jumped out of the car
here, second and 9.
and you could have blew everybody the fuck up. Just it don't make no
The first
motherfucking
carry
sense.
here for Ashton Kelsey. He goes after
You
a
know
couple
what I'm
of
saying?
12 yards. And that sets up a Raiders first
The
down.
motherfucker that tried to say that
that vision he
was
had
right
when he
out
gets
under
into
my
space like a
motherfucking
chess
try him
master.
to
See
show and
multiple
he
moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Wait, hold on, wait, no. I'm glad you said, because I did hear there's some rumors. So from what you saw in that trial,
It's not a rumor. It's not a rumor. It's the truth.
okay, speak on it. So you believe he think Dirk's brother who got killed actually put money on your son? You don't think that?
The kids will figure knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Running out of the gun with Washington. This run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, he feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Wait, what does that mean? Because like I think a lot of us, even me, I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is almost like the end. I think this got to be the end of so much of this. You know, like if it goes down how the Feds wanted to, they're closing chapters. They're not like this is not like, oh, the middle of the series. This is over. They're getting everybody out of the way. Do you still think there's more to come, whether the fans or, you know, just other people being held accountable? What do you think?
Strikes down at the 1 and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback.
I just feel like when all this shit over with, I think we go. So much shit gonna be coming.
Wait. Could you repeat? You said when you think this is over, you said what?
It's gonna be more Rico's coming.
Really?
Damn.
Why do you think that?
Why I think it? Because unless everybody that was
New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10.
right?
Yeah.
They go.
Starting on the ground with Henderson. He'll scurry forward for a pick of 3.
That's kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. That second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
This is real fucking life. People real life is at stake. And everybody think it's a
After the
motherfucking
3-yard
joke.
pickup, it's second and 7.
Y'all say freedom, but I say justice for the past.
So if Dirk got sentenced to life in prison, would you, because I know some people from Chicago, they've looked at his success and they say, you know what,
Just continuing
even
to
if
add to
we
some film that's
didn't
gonna
like
be a
him,
little bit
he
hard to
was a
watch this guy.
positive,
You
you know,
typically don't see completion
at least with his
percentage numbers
career.
like this. Very,
It
very
was a
different
good
guy.
look
Not
for
today.
Chicago.
He's
If
gonna have
he
to
gets
figure out
sentenced to
why.
life, will you have any type of, you know, not necessarily
They'll throw,
sadness, but
third
be
and
like,
long.
man,
Just got away before the hit, but
I
it
guess
doesn't
empathy.
matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Kate, I would characterize this one as a clunker. I mean, just in every way, and especially here in the second half. This defense has just dominated this poor offense.
Goes to his wife. My empathy goes to his mother and his father. Okay, like I say, God has the last say. Whatever happened, it was
I can't
God's
blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down.
It's like just, I mean, it's part of a
Desperation time here.
It's all part of a plan.
Big strike here to Williams. And this is going to go for a gain of 20 as that converts on fourth down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
First and 10 from the 43.
Right? It only made it worse. Like I say, to have a, but now of course, let me put this. I listen to their music. I like
May now.
okay.
Oh, finds his running back,
I
Henderson.
used to see these
And he's
things
taken down directly
all the
on
time.
the 3-yard line.
Always respect.
Big gain,
Never did
14 on the
nothing.
play.
That's what I'm
And that's a New
saying.
England first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I can do yours.
Throwing his man. Forced out to his right. You can run it. And out he goes after picking up 24 on the play.
And
It's
can
going
I
to be first down New England.
That is so
I wanted to ask this question
demoralizing for a
because a lot of
defense. You
people,
lock things
while we
down in
kind of
coverage,
reflect
you do
that,
everything
you know,
right
some
on
of the
the back
things
end,
that Dirk is
and then
charged
see
with.
the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a first and goal.
11 more yards. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Off the play action. May. Chased out to his right. And he gives himself a little short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
The goal line. A 6-yard gain brings up third and goal.
Here's May, third and goal. And they cannot bring it in. They've now arrived at fourth and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Now, no doubt looking for a moral victory here in lieu of one on the scoreboard, Bronk. It's fourth and goal. Running for it, it's Henderson. And they stop him. No touchdown, no
We have a deal. One of the top receivers has agreed to terms on a contract extension that will likely keep him and his quarterback very happy.
My boy too. Yeah, it's like my yeah, I'm like all my defensive tackles is fucking like we not all my defensive tackles. Let me see, what's his team? Browns. Let me see. He was trying to get me him. Cause what is he on? He's like on a 2-year contract. He got Denzel Ward, Devon Witherspoon. Oh, I think he must have got off Zod then. Who Zod go to? Let's see. I don't feel like looking for that shit. I ain't gonna care. Yeah, I'm like, they made that nigga give up a first, a second, and a third for this nigga. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, cause I 90. Yeah, his strength, he too weak for me, bro. Like, damn, that nigga got 3 first-round picks. But that's a, cause cause I'm like, we're paying him. I don't know. Let's see. I want to see if niggas want Max Crosby. Fuck it. Let's see if niggas want Max Crosby. Ooh, what team this nigga is? And for play. Yeah. Uh, Byron. He's 6'3", but we paying this nigga a lot of money. We paying this nigga a lot of money. I gotta get my resume and shit.